My name is Adama Coulibaly, but I'm known as Cool. I describe myself as someone who is passionate about social justice and gender equality. I'm a fierce advocate of decolonization of global development. So that's briefly how I describe myself. Professionally, I work for Oxfam International. I'm the global program director. I would say overseeing the impact arm of our organization, countries, regions, and a role where we deliver impact. So that's more or less my role. And Oxfam is all about fighting inequality to end poverty and injustice. Learning from this kind of event is a two-day event. So learning obviously, doesn't limit to only those 2 days. I think to me, learning starts before the event, during the event, and most importantly, after the event. And I think I personally, of course, I value a lot my participation in these 2 days, but I personally also value the all interaction before and after the meeting, because that's where most of the learning emerge. And I do learn quite a lot with the Pledge of Change team, through the preparation of this workshop. I learned quite a lot also with some of the colleagues here, and then obviously I will be kind of carrying those learning with me. I think, let's say, talking about before and then yesterday, the 2 to 3 things I can mention I learned. One thing was definitely the opening yesterday from, let's say, our co-chairs of the steering group, and the understanding that the way the world is currently, we have also to shift our thinking if we really want to make an impact as a sector, because our space as large organizations is more and more shrinking. So we have no choice. We have to kind of strengthen local organization. We have to work with them. We must work with them. We must capacitate them. And I think we must let power go. That's definitely one thing I learned yesterday. The other things I learned is actually this is not a fight between the global north and the global south. I think this is a joint journey, a shared journey, because we cannot be bipolar. That's not going to help. It's not one part against the other. It's not one part taking the power from the other. It's about a shared journey. I think that's what I learned many things good, but those are 2 fundamental things I learned yesterday. As you know, Oxfam was one of the really first organization to join the Place of Change from the very beginning. And I think that was actually come with the realization that there were some other framework that really didn't deliver when it's come to decolonizing the global development, when it's come to localization. I will not name them not to frustrate someone, but I think we know them. And I think the pledge kind of started with a new vision and a new dynamic, which is quite inspiring, because, and also very focused with only 3 pledges. And I think that speaks to us a lot at Oxfam, because we are struggling. I think all organizations are struggling when it's come to decolonization, when it's come to localization, when it's come to shifting power. By coming and joining other organizations in the space of Pledge of Change, I think we learn from them, particularly those from the Global South. I myself be from the Global South, working from a Global North organization. I think it's quite an interesting mix for me to be here. And that's definitely something that's extremely important to Oxfam, because we know that this journey is, as I said, a shared journey, a joint journey. And one single organization actually cannot make things happen. We have to come together, and that's the importance of this kind of gathering. There are quite many barriers and challenges. I think to me, one of the barrier or challenges when it comes to learning and knowledge sharing and knowledge generation, to me, is what I call the expert tyranny. I think we, large organization with significant resources, are able to recruit very talented people. Usually we see ourselves as being the experts, so therefore we tend to do more talking than listening. But learning starts with listening. Learning doesn't start with talking. And I think that's definitely, to me, is one barrier, because I don't think we are listening sufficiently to our local partner, but most importantly to communities, because they have a wealth of knowledge and learning. And that's really, to me, where the learning and they happen, and then we need to be listening more to them. That's definitely one barrier. I think another barrier is, in all honesty, in many organizations, including my own organization, I don't think learning and knowledge is yet part of really the day-to-day culture of organization, because, just an example, if people are budgeting for a program or a proposal, I think learning component tend to be kind of the orphan. Maybe you finish budgeting everything, then maybe if there's left out, then you do. We do have standards and rates, but yet I myself have find it very challenging to make sure that people consistently budget those things. And donors also usually don't see those as kind of contributing to the impact. And I think that's a barrier also we have to address as a sector. Another barrier to me, and I will stop there, is how do we come together and leverage our collective learning and knowledge? Because I personally think that there is, I wouldn't say duplication, but inefficiency in the sector when it's come to connecting the dot among ourselves and share our learning and knowledge. Because if organization X did this kind of learning and have learned from it and have generated knowledge, I think it kind of makes sense for organization, Y and Z to be maybe seeing that what's the gap in it and filling that gap rather than redoing the whole thing. And I think that's something our sector can do better. And that's where spaces like Pledge of Change will come in to ensure that we come together.